you're ready.
Okay. Welcome to the Marinade, a free-flowing conversation about the creative process with creative people. Each episode, we welcome musicians, actors, comedians, authors, visual artists, filmmakers, anyone who creates art to talk about how and why we make stuff. This is episode 218, and our guest for the second time is Colin Halliburton. Colin is the lead singer and principal songwriter for the Kansas-based band the Roseline. His poetic storytelling has been in my life for about 5 years now when I got turned on to the Roseline's 2021 release, Constancy. The bar was set high with that record, y'all. It is on almost constant rotation for me. Like, it's never too far from my CD player. And that being said, I think they cleared that bar with their brand new record, 86 Gumption. It's absolutely outstanding and a wonderful ride through all kinds of different genres that remains very centrally the Roseline. And y'all, also, Colin's just a delight. I'm really grateful for the music he makes and also for his time and energy. Such a pleasure to bring to you for the second time my conversation with Colin Halliburton.
Yo,
Hey, buddy.
how you doing, man?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, you're maybe a little quiet.
Okay.
A
Well,
little muffled, but it's not too bad.
a little
Okay.
muffled.
Yeah.
Shoot.
That's better. I don't know if you did something there other than...
I just backed up my laptop from the window here.
Okay, cool. Good to see you, man. Thanks for doing this. I'm really excited to talk to you again.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
For sure. I was reflecting, one of the things I'm coming up on 9 years now of the Marinade in like less than a month. And I was just
That's
reflecting
incredible.
in that while I was just thinking about like markers of time, how like, it's nice because it provides these markers of time for me and just like thinking about when I became fans of certain artists and then like what was going on in my life at that time and the conversation we had. And then it's been 4 years since you and I talked, which seems insane. And I was reflecting on how different my life is, and then just like how different the world is in that
Yeah,
just 4 years of time.
yeah,
And like divorce for me, new house, like
yeah,
new dog, lost dogs. I mean, I could go on 3 different day jobs. Like I could go on and on and on with all these crazy changes in and out of love. Like just
yeah,
since the last time we spoke. And all the whole time I'm still listening to your records. Like I mean, I pretty much have Constancy like on like constant rotation. It just sits like near my CD player and gets
yeah.
plugged in all the time. So what's been going like how for you, like how much different is life from say 4 years ago?
I'd say it's pretty different as well. I mean, uh, let's see, yeah, so I had another kid since then. Um, trying to think, probably a new job.
Mm.
Um, those are the two big milestones, I think.
Well, those are pretty big milestones. I
Yeah.
mean, going from one kid to 2 kids, I don't have kids myself, but
Yeah.
around them all the time and around families all the time. 2 kids seems like to me is a very different world from one
Yeah.
kid.
Yeah, it is. It is. Like we're kind of just, I feel like I'm just getting out of the weeds a little bit. Like they're kind of becoming independent enough to where I don't have to like watch their every move.
Uh-huh. Yeah, coach me on how to do that with my dog. I feel,
Yeah.
like I feel like that's God, it's so funny. Like right before we hopped on this call, of course, my dog came over and was like, "All right, Dad, it's time to go outside." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Buddy, like,
Gotta do it now.
can't
Yeah.
imagine if it was kids." So, all right, so in that time, um, has your you've released a couple of records in those 4 years. how has your creative process changed, if at all?
I think like my free time to be creative is so much, you know, slimmer.
Hmm.
So I have to be a lot more intentional about locking in and taking any time I can to do it. And that doesn't mean like just sitting down with a guitar. Like I include driving around in my car and coming up with a melody and singing gibberish over it and like recording a voice memo and or stealing little lines from books or whatever, little
Mm.
pieces of conversation, little turns of phrases, and it's all like I've got to like put it in my phone or else it's gone. It's not
Uh-huh.
very like romantic way of writing, but it works.
I'm trying to let go of, how do I phrase this? Like, I'm kind of at this weird crossroads in my life, especially career-wise, where I'm really leaning into my creative work and trying to make a living out of it while also just like being terrified of how I'm going to pay the bills.
Sure.
Um, and uh and this is a decision I just made like a week ago. So
Wow.
this
Yeah.
is the first time I'm publicly saying it really.
Yeah. That's big.
Yeah, it is, and it's exciting, but it's scary. Like I've gotten a lot of great feedback from people just saying, it's not going to kill you. Go for it. You can, if you
Yeah.
have to backtrack and find a regular job, so to speak, you can go back and do that if you have to, right? Like,
Totally.
and I'm so risk averse that like it took a lot for me to get to this place. But the one thing that I'm trying to do a good job of is like letting go of what I see as like what my process is,
Hmm.
because I do think that, a lot of process for me has been having to schedule it out because I
Yeah.
have a demanding day job, right? So then it's like,
Right.
okay, Sunday morning is podcast day, right? Like
Uh-huh.
Wednesday evening is music day, right? That's when
Right.
I'm gonna write songs.
Yeah.
And that works for me. It really does. Like I'm a pretty regimented guy and it works for me. But what I'm trying to let go of now, and I think you kind of spoke to it, and I find that encouraging, is the idea of like, okay, now I have this weird schedule where like I work in the afternoon or I'm about to start working in the afternoon. And then the rest of the morning and right now, all day, I can do whatever the fuck I want, right? I could do
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, um, you know, letting go of like, oh wait, I have to write on Sunday. No, I don't. No, I don't. I can just sit
Yeah.
around and do fuck all on Sunday now. I don't have to force
There
it
you
in
go.
there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that is a little uncomfortable. And so I was curious about that. Like as life changes, if you're finding your process change. And it's interesting that like you have to find those moments wherever it might be.
Definitely. Yeah. And I don't have a regimented schedule like that where I know a lot of songwriters do like, every morning I write or do my morning pages or, whatever.
Hmm.
I just take it as I can find it, honestly. But yeah, it does involve like forcing yourself to put your ass in the seat eventually.
Well, for sure, yeah, because that idea is just going to live on your phone forever if you don't sit down and do something
Yeah.
with it. And I think the other thing, and I wonder how you navigate this water. For me, lately, I've been writing a fuck ton of songs. There's just a lot of momentum. I'm putting out a record, my debut record, and I've been hosting an open mic, and like I'm getting gigs. People are inviting me to play gigs. So there's
That's
been this kind
awesome.
of thanks, man. Yeah, I'm really excited. It's a lot of fun. I just did my first bit of press for my debut album yesterday, and
Sweet.
so like it's really exciting. But what happens then, I'm noticing is that like because I'm writing so much and because I'm performing so much, the ideas are flowing. The spigot is open and I'm like sitting down to write all the time now. And I wonder how you navigate that. Like you have the idea in the car, you put it in your phone, you come home, the toddler needs something or whatever. You need to schedule time to work or whatever it might be. Like how are you navigating when the idea comes and bring it to fruition?
I don't I don't think I'm navigating it well, man. Yeah, I feel like when I was younger, in my 20s, maybe I felt very prolific, like probably the same feeling you're having right now,
Hmm.
where the spigot's open and you're just writing a ton. But yeah, it is really slowed, to be totally honest. Um, but I don't think it's impacted the work in a bad way.
Hmm.
I hope at least it's improved. Because I feel like there's a little more craft to it now, and like I know my way around a song at this
Hmm.
point. Um, but yeah, I have no navigational skills on like how to how to get this like it's a mystery how I get anything done, to be honest.
Okay, well, thanks for that honesty, because that then I want to dive into the record, because 86 Gumption is probably my favorite thing you've made, and as you know, I've been a big fan for a while, and so and I don't say that lightly, right? Like I've been a fan of your work for a long time, so to get this new record and for it to be as good as it is, especially hearing you say that, that's really interesting. That like the ideas, the time to sit down and work on the ideas maybe has slowed, but the your sense of craft clearly comes through in the record. One thing that stands out to me about this record is like, there is the Roseline essence, right, to the things that all the records that you make. Okay, there's that thing that when I interviewed Brian Fallon, we were talking about Lucero, and he's like, we were talking about just sort of like the Lucero-ness of Lucero records, right? And
Mhm.
sort of there is definitely like a stamp that a through line that runs through the Rose line, and sonically and thematically. But like, correct me if you disagree. I feel like this one, you genre wise or sonically kind of like oscillate more than normal.
Yeah.
And it comes together beautifully. And I wonder about that, if you agree with me, and if like how conscious that decision was um in the making of the record.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. I think it's entirely the people who play in the bands um doing like and just being more open to collaboration and their first, impulsive ideas. Um just like were so good that I didn't want to step on any of it really.
Mm,
So yeah, I mean it's just you know, their taste, their parts and like these skeletons of these songs that I brought to them, were very, like you said, that sort of Roseline through line aesthetic. How they ended up is not how I heard them in my head, and I think
mm.
that's for the better.
Yeah, that's great. Well, okay, so what did that look like uh in practice when y'all sit down to record these, right? Like you bring the
Mhm.
sketches, and then like, or what does that look? What does the granular,
Yeah.
process look like?
I mean, our process is generally like I will send them a voice memo of just me playing acoustic guitar and singing the song, and they might sit on it for a week, and then we'll get together and practice. And there's usually, you know, everyone has sort of an idea of what part they're gonna play.
Hmm.
Um, and that's where we kind of hash out the arrangement or like what works, what doesn't work. But I feel like every idea that they came with I was just like, yes, like that's it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, how comfortable do you feel? All right, so I'm gonna selfishly mind this for like my own process, because I've been writing songs for a long time, but I've very rarely played with other people. And
Mhm.
lately, people are asking to play with me, which is a really
Mhm.
cool feeling. And
Yeah.
I'm doing that a lot. I'm being like, because when I write a song, it's just me and an acoustic guitar, and I don't usually hear anything else on it because I don't play anything else.
Yeah.
And so I just to me it's a white guy with guitar song, right? And
Yeah.
like I don't know, my brain doesn't go, oh, this needs. Sometimes I'll hear like this a lead here or like harmonica here or something, but very rarely.
Mhm.
I'm
Huh.
usually just like, this is my song and here it is. And now
Mhm.
people are coming to me, really good musicians are coming to me and going like, oh, I hear like I've been playing with a saxophone player and
Yeah.
it's so fucking cool. And she's really talented and she hears all these things. Um, and so I'm just going, yeah, fuck yeah, let's do that, right? Like everybody who
Right.
comes with an idea, I'm just like, yep, that sounds great because
Yeah.
I'm deferring to them. And I wonder for you if it's similar or like, do you already have some ideas in mind that like end up either conflicting or end up sort of gelling with what your bandmates think?
Yeah. I mean, I think I always come into it with a pretty good idea of the general arrangement or vibe I want for the song. And I feel like it has conflicted maybe a little bit in the past with what the band brings, but like I said, this one just, I don't know. Maybe we've just been playing together for so long now that it just worked in a sort of magical way. And like like I said, their first impulses were always right on from for my ear at least.
What is the secret to keeping a band together like that? Like what have you learned about like maintaining a band?
I mean, I think just like finding the right people to hang with first and foremost. Like I'm I would prefer a better hang than like a virtuosic player any day of the week.
Mm.
Um, I'm just lucky that, all these people are total rippers too. But um, I don't know. Yeah, don't like burden them with crazy schedules or crazy
Uh,
practice schedules. I mean, we're all getting older. We all have our own shit going on, and um, yeah, have some sort of incentive or, it doesn't have to be like monetary, but like if there's some cool touring opportunities or, you know, get them their own hotel room occasionally, like just little creature comforts like that, I think
yeah.
go a long way.
I read something recently about Mark Cuban when he took over the Dallas Mavericks, I know your basketball guy, that he was like he surveyed the players and asked them like to get their feedback about their experience and he found that they were like having to share hotel rooms and staying in Holiday Inns and stuff. And he was like, I'm a fucking billionaire. I'll just like, we'll put you up at the Ritz-Carlton. And like, because one of
Yeah.
the, one of the things that he said, I thought was really interesting. And it's, I think it's a lesson, in investing in people. It's like, none of us have, he's obviously a different story, but none of us really have enough money, right? Like not in America, goddamn it.
Yeah.
So like it is tough, but at the same time, figuring out how to invest in people. Like what he was saying was that the guys would come home from the game and then it would be late and they're just like if they're staying at the Holiday Inn, like eating was a problem. They're
Sure.
like they couldn't get a meal, if
Yeah.
they'd have to go to McDonald's or something. And so he started putting them up in nice hotels
Yeah.
and they were comfortable and then also that they had like room service available at
Right.
late at night and just such a simple thing but
Oh, yeah.
like such a huge investment in your people.
Yeah.
And that's been an interesting process in like my musical journey now that especially starting it so much later in life is like seeing what the norms are in the industry and what the norms are and sort of how people treat each other and stuff and like
Yeah.
going, well, I don't have to do that. I
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
I can like
Yeah.
I can be better. you know?
Totally. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of bands that I know just from around town, like younger, kids that tour a little bit are just roughing it too much. Like,
Mm,
and then they kind of, you know, just, I don't know, like die out quicker because they're all sleeping on floors on someone's, shitty house. Like,
yeah.
occasionally you gotta treat yourself and get a good night's sleep, or else it's just not sustainable.
Yeah. Well, and that's it's interesting to me how like some creative fields are like ignore the norms of everything else, right? Like
Right.
if I'm gonna get up and teach in the morning, which is how I've made my living for 16 years, I need a good night's sleep in my bed, right? Like I can't sleep on a stranger's futon and
Right.
get up and go teach civics. I mean, I
Right.
can, but I'm not
Right.
going to be the best teacher I can possibly be. So,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
transferable lessons, right? Like,
Totally.
some things just make sense, and the idea that you shouldn't do that with music is wild, you know?
I know. I know. Yeah.
Okay, you mentioned touring, and I don't remember if we talked about this last time, but I am curious about it. Like, I know why I like your music. Why do the Europeans love your music so much? It seems like you're always in the coolest places in Europe, and you're taking the coolest pictures.
I Man, first of all, it's such a very small, like, but little niche group of people that like our music. But yeah, I think it really started with this one dude that works at this booking agency that liked us and took a chance on us and brought us over to Sweden and Scandinavia. Um, and we've done that, a few times, just kind of slowly building over there. But I don't know. Yeah, they really romanticize like American stuff, Americana stuff, and just are total sweethearts and really good hospitality. And yeah, it's great.
That's really it's so interesting. So it wasn't like a situation where you reached out to the booking agent, like the guy just got into your music somehow?
Yeah, it was very long relationship actually that
Hmm.
started with, him emailing me in 2012 or something and like offered a tour that fell through. Like we weren't nearly prepared to do that at all.
Hmm.
Um, but we just kept in touch over the years, and then I sent him that album Good Grief we made,
Hmm.
and he finally was like, "Yeah, you guys got to come over here." So,
How cool.
yeah.
Very, very cool. How much do you play much solo? Like, do you tour it all solo, or is it always a Roseline thing?
I'm leaving tomorrow for a solo tour, yeah. And
Okay.
but I don't typically like it just terrifies me. Um but yeah, I'm leaving tomorrow for the UK and then a couple festivals in Sweden.
Why does it terrify you?
Oh, it's just the like naked vulnerability, and there's no like badass musicians backing me up, and I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I much prefer playing with the band, but it's kind of a rush too to play solo, gotta be honest.
Yeah, of course. Like I think, we don't maybe, and I'm not putting words in your mouth. I'll just speak for me. Like, I don't think many of us talk enough about like how much of like my ego is pacified or by like standing up on stage and having people listen to me sing about my feelings, right? Like there's a
Yeah.
certain amount of I want people to listen to me that comes along with putting a microphone in my face for a podcast or putting a microphone in my face on stage, right? Like I like
Yeah.
it, I like the
Yeah.
attention to
Yeah.
be perfectly honest.
Yeah. Yeah. That's part of it. I mean, I have a theory that like anyone that willingly goes up on stage to do anything is kind of like a deeply broken human being in some way.
Yeah, yeah. There's this great moment in Barack Obama's memoir, Dreams from My Father, is that what it's called? And where he's talking about he's up on stage, he's talking and in some college in California, and no one was paying attention to him, and he describes the anger that he feels in that moment. And at the time when I first read it, I hadn't really done a lot of performing, and when I first read it, I was like, this motherfucker, like, who does he think he is? And then now that I've performed enough, I'm like, oh
Right.
yeah, I get it, buddy.
Yeah, yeah. There's not, yeah, that's the hard thing about playing solo sometimes is just like a chatty bar, you know? We're just like no one's really in it. You're just like, why am I here? What am I doing?
Dude, it's why I've kind of done things backwards and avoided cover gigs. Like I'm
Yeah,
trying to do more now from mostly from a financial standpoint. Like I just want to make money playing music and I want to get better at
yeah,
performing. So I'm dipping my toe into the cover world. But, most
yeah,
people start out doing that and then, write their own songs and perform their own songs. I just skipped that step. I was just like, well, I learned how to play guitar and was like, I have things to say. So,
yeah, yeah.
you
Yeah,
know.
I never did that either, but or at first, and then I have a side gig as a wedding DJ, and I also offer like, an hour of live acoustic covers if you want, during cocktail hour, whatever. And that's just like forced me to just learn all these covers, and I like think it seriously helped my songwriting. Like,
Oh, interesting. Can you say more about that? That's very interesting to me.
yeah. Just learning, I mean, first just like fundamental stuff like new chords, like
Mm-hmm.
because I'm just such a used an economy of cowboy chords.
Yeah, same.
Like, so yeah, just learning like new chords, learning the way that other people would construct songs, learning that like it's okay that your song doesn't have a bridge. Like
Mm,
for a while I would be like, well, it's not finished, it doesn't have a bridge, it doesn't feel finished. But it's like there's so many amazing songs that don't have bridges.
mm-hmm.
Just little stuff like that that gave me the permission to be a little more free and just construct songs differently.
Micah Schnabel said something recently. Micah keeps coming up. He's just so wonderful. But he said something recently. He responded to somebody talking about how they were struggling to write a bridge for a song. And he basically said that same thing, like in his Micah way. He was like, you don't need that. And I got similar advice early on from a few people when I was starting to take songwriting seriously about choruses. Like sometimes I can't fucking find a chorus or I don't want one, and I'll
Yeah.
try to if I try to shoehorn it in, it just
Uh-huh.
sounds dumb, you know?
Huh.
Like
Yeah.
sometimes a lot of my songs don't have a chorus. Like it just
Yeah.
doesn't make sense for them to have a chorus. And at
Mhm.
some point, some songwriter that I respect, I don't remember who it was like, well, just, have you listened to Bob Dylan? Like there,
Yeah.
like,
Right.
which is so true, right? Dylan's got
Oh
a bunch
yeah.
of songs that don't have choruses.
Yeah. Just
And
like 800 verses. Yeah.
yeah, which is totally fine,
Yeah.
so letting go of that preciousness, I think, is really helpful for me, at least, because the song is the song, whatever it is that I'm supposed to say, whatever I've been given or whatever I've come up with, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it.
Totally. Yeah.
Um, okay, so diving back into the record and thinking about like the sound, I'm listening, I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, banger, banger, banger. Like this whole record top to bottom is so good, man. And and it all fits and it all flows. There the one song that kind of like stands out sonically a little bit more is Balance of Beauty. And I'm wondering what that felt like for y'all, like when you brought the song to the band and like how it came about.
Hmm. Um, yeah, I think it started with like Heidi just adding, that sort of just like an 80s synth pad to the back
Mm-hmm.
of it.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, oh my God, like
It's
where are we
so
going
cool.
with
Yeah.
this? And
Yeah. Yeah.
then
Yeah.
Bradley is super chorusy, chimey guitar part, and then I was just like, oh yeah, we're doing this like Bruce Springsteen Human Touch era like cornball shit that somehow works. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, and I don't know. I was just, yeah, I love the way that turned out.
Well, because it's fun. It was crazy to me how like you're listening to it and you nailed it right there, right? Like that synth and that kind of like it that Springs that era of Springsteen, 100%. Like that was what my brain did immediately when I first started listening. But then it's because it's you, it somehow is the Roseline, right? That through line to the Roseline comes in, you know? And I
Right
wonder
on.
if you're aware of that at all, like how like or how that is it just you can't help being you? I don't know. Like
I
it's
guess, yeah, yeah. I mean, like I said, if you just heard the acoustic demo of that, it would just be just be me, just be a Roseline song. But yeah, I think that's a great example of one that I came in with something completely different in my mind, but ended with something better.
it's so good, man. I mean, just the whole record. There's a few other tracks that stood out to me, but it's hard for me to even, I could probably spend take up all of your day, which you don't have, and just ask you about each song. But North Sea Views is another one of maybe my favorite song on the record is North Sea Views.
Cool, thank you.
And yeah, for sure. Like there's that being said, today I was listening to it again, and Metal Mouth hit me in a different way than it had the first couple of times. I don't know, man. I can go back and forth on all of these, but with North Sea Views, can you talk about how that one came together?
Yeah, I mean, it, like lyrically, it's about just evil people in power. I tried
Yeah,
to make it vague enough that I wasn't naming names, but we're also like at the point in history where that song can apply to so many people.
so many
You're
people.
just like, fuck, man.
No,
Um,
I think that's what hit me. I'm not sorry to interrupt you, but I
yeah,
think
no.
that's what hit me as I was like, because I know your politics and they're pretty similar to mine in a lot of ways, and so uh, I'm listening to it and I'm like, oh, this could be about holy shit, no, it could be about it could be also be about,
Right,
like
right, right.
which is it was in some ways really depressing, but it's
I
also,
know. It really
makes you
is.
feel less alone to hear it in song. That's something that I've really been leaning into with music in general.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, sorry to interrupt you, but that was definitely my brain while I was listening was like 10 years ago, I feel like every song from any songwriter that was, anti-establishment or challenging the status quo or whatever, 10 years ago, I was like, oh, that's about Trump. That's about Trump. That's about
Right,
Trump. And they
right.
still are, but
Yeah.
also,
Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, we've grown that little cabal of evil men quite a bit. Um, but yeah, I mean, I think the like origin of that song was like just thinking about how these people were once very innocent, like you're born
hmm
into this world i- innocent, with
hmm
with no intentions of becoming a, genocidal war criminal. And then somehow that happens. And I was just exploring like, how does that happen? But musically, um, yeah, again, that was just the band. Heidi really helped with the arrangement of that. It's got kind of a cool breakdown part. Um, but yeah, I love the way that turned out.
Man, that's another thing I was thinking about, listening to the song because I think I don't know. All the songs I gravitate toward, I think, they tend to find you at the time you need them, and like I think that's true. That's been true of your music for however long I've been listening to your music, 6 years now, I guess. And uh, because I even remember like a lot of the lyrics on Constancy, like the at that time I was like very happy and house playing house, you know, and there's like
Yeah.
a lot of settling in on that record, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then on this one there's a that particular song is hitting very hard, not just on the global thing that I was thinking about and what has changed, but also thinking about my own life, like applying that question to my own life
Mhm.
of like, okay, we have certain external factors, some of which we have no control over, right? Like things
Yeah.
are going to be impacting us regardless. And what we can control at its simplest form is our reaction to those situations. And like I've been going through a pretty rough time. Like things have been difficult,
Yeah.
professionally, specifically. Everything else is
Mhm.
great, right? Like everything, personal life is great. I got this beautiful dog. I've been making music, making podcasts, writing.
Yeah.
I'm in great shape. Life is good, you know. I
Yeah.
just can't make any fucking money.
Right.
And
I
so
feel you.
I'm just sitting there thinking about it and just thinking about like the moments. I never get past the thought, but the moments where you're like, I'm just gonna burn this motherfucker down. And I don't know what
Yeah.
that means or looks like, right? But where you get kind of get pushed to the edge
Yeah.
and like how some people when they're at that edge, they can just fucking blow up boats in the Atlantic, right?
Right.
Like
Right. Yeah.
with no repercussions. And
No.
that's fucking insane. Um,
Crazy.
you know, so that song was helping me process, you know, I figured that's kind of where your headspace was, like help me process. It's like, how the fuck do you end up so comic book evil?
No
Right? That's
kidding.
you
Yeah.
know, like that's part of what's driving me out of education in Florida. Like it's gotten straight out of the pages of every dystopian novel.
Oh my
Um,
God. I can't
as a teacher in
imagine.
Florida, it's
Yeah.
fucking crazy.
Oh,
You know, my last job, my boss was gonna fire me. I had uh test scores that were like video game numbers. Like my kids did awesome, and I had great relationships with my staff, my fellow staff members, great relationships with the parents, and my boss was gonna fire me because I was using current events to help kids connect with the civics content.
wow. That's
And
crazy.
if you get fired as a teacher in my county, you can, and we're an at-will state. They don't have to tell you why they fired you.
Yeah.
They don't have to give a reason. You can never teach in that county again.
Oh my God.
It doesn't seem real, right? Like none of that seems real.
Yeah. I
I
know.
was sitting there with my boss, like, and this was back in like October of last year. I was sitting with my boss and I was like, what do you want me to do with this information? Like, are you telling me I can't use current events? And he goes, no, I'm just saying be careful. I'm just saying be careful. I'm like, using current events to help kids connect with the president just invaded Portland. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
the kid can come to the conclusion they think that's cool if they want to. I'm not going to tell them
Right.
no, right?
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
here's what the Constitution says, you know?
That is wild, man. I mean, I thought Kansas was bad, but yeah, Florida might.
No, I think I think we are, you know, I think it's time I gotta get out of here. I hate it because I love it here, but like it has
Yeah.
gotten crazy down here. I mean,
I'm
just
sure.
absolutely maddening. I mean,
Yeah.
lots of people got fired for and thankfully some of them are having their day in court and they're winning, but a lot of people got fired for social media posts about Charlie Kirk's death.
Oh my
Public
God.
employees, teachers, yeah.
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 It's like freedom of speech doesn't apply. Cool.
Yeah, no, for real, it's crazy. Anyway, we could do this all day. We could preach to
Yeah.
the choir. Um, I did want to ask you about your record and not just rant about my day
All
job
good, man.
troubles.
All good.
The expression "wild as weather." I'm not sure that I knew that expression or if it's maybe like coined by you. But it's such a simple yet really expressive concept. And um, tell me about that song. That one's another one that strikes me.
Mm. Um, yeah, I don't know. I think I coined it, but maybe someone else. I have no idea where that came from. I liked the alliteration. I liked the concept of, like weather being sort of uncontrollable.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, that's just dealing with, the struggling, I don't, grappling with two desires at once. One being wanting to be this sort of free, nomadic, wild creature, and the other really wanting to be this you know, like reliable stay-at-home dad, you know.
Yeah. Hmm.
And I have both of those at the same time. So that's kind of
Yeah.
where that song came
I
from.
mean, I don't, like, again, I don't have kids, but I just, every summer, since typically as a teacher, I have summers off. Every summer I hit the road and get out of town for a while. And I spend most of the month of June road tripping. And next year I'm going to try to plan a tour, play some gigs. But um, the whole time I'm out there, I'm like, this is me. I'm a free spirit. I'm out here on the road. And then by
I
like week
know.
by week three, I'm like, I just really want to go to my local coffee shop.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah. I think the 3 week thing is very common.
Mm,
That's my limit too, for sure.
that makes a ton of sense. Yeah, a week isn't really long enough. 2 weeks, you're
Mhm.
like, I could extend it by the end of week three,
Yeah,
and
like
that's when
I'm
a few years
toast.
in a row I'm ready to go home.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I didn't notice till you said the alliteration, but there are three alliterative titles. You got Metal Mouth, Balance of Beauty, and Wild as Weather. And I'm an alliteration fucking freak, dude. I love alliteration. I use it way too much
Yeah, I
for a
do
lot of
too.
people's tastes.
Yeah.
I'm not apologizing for that, and I'm curious about your relationship with alliteration.
I don't know. I think I've always used it possibly too much too. I don't know. It's for whatever reason it's attractive to me. Just the way it sounds coming out of your mouth, certain
Hmm.
phrases become more um percussive or whatever. It's just yeah, it's just a phrasing preference, I guess.
I think it makes it sticky too. I think
Yeah.
like it
Yeah,
sticks in people's brains, you know. That's one of the things that I like about it, whether it's something
totally.
I'm doing teaching wise or writing, whatever it is. All the titles of things like Marinade related, it's like Marinade media, Marinade moments, all
Yeah,
these
yeah.
like I really relate to that in a big way.
Yeah.
I post the record I'm listening to most mornings. I call it the morning marinade,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Like
I
some of
think
that
there's
just is
something to
natural.
that. Yeah,
Yeah, I do. I think it's like sticky, and
totally. That's a good word. Yeah.
yeah, I'm a fan. Um, all right. What do you're a community oriented guy. Like what are you and when things being how they are and how challenging it is and like the jackboots are almost at the door now, right? Like what are you doing to build community, to plug into community? What is community looking like for you right now?
I think I'm fortunate enough to live in a town with really good sense of community, and I've been here
Mm.
for over 20 years, and um, we're this little liberal island in a very red state. But I don't know. I think a lot of it is the music community and just not only playing shows but going to shows and just catching up with like-minded friends and spitballing and you know um just yeah, I don't know, but yeah, community is super important to me and my mental health in general.
Yeah. Well, I have a similar thing in Florida. I mean, Orlando is a very liberal place, and it's the, I mean, I love Jacksonville. I'm partial to Jacksonville, so I could see myself living there in Florida. But other than Orlando or Jacksonville, I've gotten to the point now where I'm like, if I'm leaving here, I need to go to another, like just for my own sanity. I need to go to another place that's like has like-minded people. And thankfully, this town, I mean, it it lulls me into thinking the world's a better place than it is.
Right, right. Yeah, yeah,
you know
yeah.
um and I don't know if that's good or not, but I know that I'm grateful, for the relationships I have here. And then like my elected representatives here are fucking awesome. Like they do their
Yeah.
jobs at a high level and they're like
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
see them out in the community and
Right.
like they'll
Yeah.
stop and talk to you, you know.
Incredible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. All right, what are you can't believe it. We've almost gotten up to an hour now. What are you getting down on now? Like what art is firing you up at the moment? What are you reading? I'm definitely curious what you're reading. What are you
Mm,
listening to?
damn. I knew this question was coming and I didn't prepare.
You said that last time, I remember.
Um, let's see. I just started um a book called The Horse by Willie Vlotton.
Oh, I just finished Willie's latest one, The Left and the Lucky.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to that either. Was it
Yeah.
good?
It's fucking awesome. Like
Mhm.
I'm obsessed with it, and it's so good that I'm struggling to figure out what to read next. I've been like picking at Malcolm X's autobiography,
Uh-huh.
which is really heavy,
I'm sure.
and and so it's not really what I want right now, but I also feel like guilty putting it down. I usually, if I'm not into a book, I put it down, but I feel like racist or something putting it down. I don't know.
Right,
You know
right.
what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I could just hear him from his grave being like, yeah, of course, why'd he
Yeah.
put it down, you know?
Right, right.
And then I'm sorry, sir,
It's
you're
not a
right.
summer beach read,
No,
buddy.
exactly. Like that's kind of, but the other thing is that like the Left and the Lucky, I love Willie and he's been on the show and it was one of my favorite episodes ever. But
Yeah.
The Left and the Lucky is just a devastating read. Like I cried so many times,
Oh my
but
God.
not in like a not in a this is too much to process way, but in a
Yeah,
like there's so much humanity in it, right?
totally.
Like Willie
Yeah.
Vlotton writes with such humanity.
Yeah. I've been on a little kick of, I don't know why it took me so long to find this dude, but yeah,
You listen to his music at all?
yeah, and I did
Yeah.
before I even knew he was a novelist.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, it's just small world stuff. He was my friend's landlord in Portland.
Oh, that's
Um,
wild.
yeah, and he kind of turned me on to him, and I was just like you said, he had such a sense of humanity to his writing, and definitely influenced a couple songs on this record.
Mm.
But yeah, I think he's so cool, and I love just hearing him like on a podcast or whatever. He just has a vibe to him.
It's wild to me. Like when I got to talk to him, shout out to Ben Montgomery and the Records Revisited guys. They're the ones that connected me with him.
hmm
Um, because he doesn't do like a lot of he seems to be pretty particular about his what the press he does.
Yeah,
And he's not a stereotypical like and I'm not saying this negatively at all. It's just
no,
interesting to me. He's not a stereotypical like I've got a record out. Come, let's talk about it. I am
right.
doing that right now. I'm that guy right now. I'm like everybody
Yeah,
have me on your show, write
yes,
about me in your paper. Like I want everyone, I want to talk to
totally.
everyone right now, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he's interesting. Like he just has like a Yahoo email address that I emailed to get a hold of him.
That's amazing.
Yeah, yeah, it was awesome.
Hmm.
And then he just and now he's his band the Delines. He writes all the songs. He's not even the front man.
Right.
He's got an
Yeah,
incredible singer who's the front woman, and like he just sort of is happy to write the songs
yeah,
and take a back seat. I just think that's so interesting to be that creative and
I
to do
know.
something that's stereotypically so like ego driven and to be like
Yeah,
in the back. Like
yeah,
couldn't
yeah.
be me.
I know. Yeah, yeah. You must get that feel from the novels now or something. I don't know, but
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, um, super cool, dude. What am I listening to? What am I listening to? Jesus. Man, this is weird, but I
Hmm.
just found this old CD from maybe the early aughts. Uh,
Hmm.
I still listen to CDs, by the way, in my
Oh,
car.
same buddy. Oh yeah, 100%.
Um, and it's Medeski, Martin and Wood, and it's called The Dropper,
Uh-huh.
and it's just a mind-blowing. like avant-garde sort of
Yeah.
jazz.
John Medeski's been on the Marinade.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm a
He's
huge
such a
fan. Huge
badass.
fan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like
Um,
one of those I'm a little starstruck moments, like where I
dude.
had to like pull it together and be like, okay, you got to be somewhat professional. I can't just be like Chris Farley talking to me, in
Yeah.
essence. So you're in a
Remember when you were
Medeski
in?
mood.
Yeah. That was
That
awesome.
was awesome, man.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I don't know. I've got that. I've got this like early Lee Scratch Perry
Mm.
record or CD in my car right now. A lot of it's instrumental. Um, uh, let me think of something more recent. God, what? Weird Nightmare. Have you heard that record?
Uh-uh.
Hoopla.
No.
Um, really good, just like sort of guided by voices, 90s rock. Just really catchy, good songs. It's the dude from that
Cool.
band Mets. They were a lot noisier and
I don't know them
less
either.
melodic, but yeah, those are three that are coming to the top of my head.
How fun. That's all over the place. I love it. Is that
Yeah.
is that typical for you? Are you all over the place in your listening, or do you
Yeah,
gravitate towards
totally.
certain things?
Yeah,
No? Okay.
I think so. Yeah. It's a lot of just like, you know, $3 CDs in the used bin at our record store that I'm like, that looks cool. Or
Dude, it's the best. Yeah, like I was thinking about that recently. I don't think I was talking to anybody about it. It was just on my mind. Like I've gotten into cassettes lately,
yeah.
and which is an interesting experience. I romanticized it a little bit, and it's been interesting because I picked up Dave Brubeck, and I picked up Bob Dylan's Time Out of Mind, and some old Skinner, and I was really fired up. And like most of those tapes, especially the tapes that are like 30 or 40 years old, older than that, some of them, they just don't, they're all worn out. Like, so
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
have to like buy a new one or or have a store that you trust that curates it.
Right.
But I
Right.
paid 50 cents, I think, for each of those, and
Yeah.
it's fun to just have them for, $4 or whatever I spent at this little
Totally.
weird little store in Maine when I was up in Maine this summer. Um, but I was lamenting in the moment was like, okay, it's 50 cents. I can just take a risk on this. I mean,
Right.
I ended up getting things I knew, but like if it was something different with a cool cover and how
Yeah.
much I did a lot of that as a kid buying CDs that at
Yeah.
the used CD section, you'd just be like, "Oh, that Collective Soul record looks cool,"
Right.
or
Right.
whatever it might be, and it was.
Yeah.
I don't know if it holds up, but it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Totally.
fun,
Yeah.
man.
I
That's
love that.
fun. Um, Lee Scratch Perry is one that he used to tour through. He used to come to Florida, and he would play little clubs like all over. Like he play a circuit of clubs almost every year, and I never made it. And one
Man.
of those like, God damn it, dude.
I know. Yeah. I'm
Go
the
to the
same
show.
way. I'm the same way. He's definitely come through here a few times and I didn't go, but
Yeah.
what can
What
you
are
do?
you gonna do?
Yeah.
Well, man, thank you so much, Colin. Best wishes on your tour and this record. It's one of my favorites of the year. Every time you
Thank
put
you.
out a record, it's one of my favorites of the year. It'll be on heavy rotation, continue to be on heavy rotation for me. I've been doing the best I can to spread the word through, my socials and anybody that'll listen to me, about how great it is. You're one of my favorite songwriters, and I'm really grateful to connect with you again.
Man, thanks for having me again and I'm excited for you and all, your new record. That's
Thanks,
so
man.
exciting, man.
Thank you. Yeah, it's really exciting. I mean, we're almost there. Like it's mixed and mastered, and we just got to do some artwork stuff and some
Yeah.
other choices. I've never done this before and didn't realize how much work goes into it.
Oh
You
shit. Oh my God.
know.
Yeah.
So thankfully, I have a
Someday.
lot of great people around me and a lot of good sounding boards and people who are willing to don't get annoyed by me asking 700 questions about
Yeah. Yeah.
which distributor to use and all these kind of like
Right,
somewhat
right.
mundane but consequential choices that you
Totally.
have to make.
Totally.
You
There are
know?
a lot of little moving parts. I am
Yeah.
exhausted by this at this
Well,
point. I
hopefully
need.
this wasn't too exhausting, and I
Oh
really
no,
appreciate you
this is easy. This is great.
again. Good. All right, man. Have a great rest of your day.
All right, you too. Take it easy.
Thank you. Colin Halliburton, y'all. Thank you so much, Colin. Thank all of you for listening. RoselineMusic.com for all things the Roseline. MarinadePodcast.com for all things the Marinade. JasonEarle.bandcamp.com for my music. More on that in a minute. Subscribe and give us a 5-star rating on your podcast app, y'all. Think of somebody right now who makes stuff. It could be anything. It could be they're into quilting. Maybe they're a musician themselves. Whatever it is that we all create something. Maybe they throw down in the kitchen, right? That's their thing is cooking. Think about who that person is and tell them about the show. Send them a link, and better yet, send them a link, right? These are free ways to support the Marinade, and it makes a big difference for us, y'all. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for spreading the word. If you want to support us financially, I would really appreciate it. You can consider joining our Patreon or our Substack. Just a few bucks a month. You get Jason's Journeys, where I talk about the moments that shape my creative life and provide a window into the process of making both the Marinade and my other creative projects with my music. Everything that we put on Patreon, we also put on Substack. So whichever one is your preferred platform, you can go over there. Every single day of the week, I'm trying to do something different. So for example, Mondays, I have been dropping a list of my favorite albums of the year. And instead of waiting till the end of the year to do a best of, I'm kind of meeting them out throughout the year. So it's a lot of fun for me. Folks seem to be digging it, and it doesn't cost much. It's a couple bucks a month. You can get that extra content. And if you want to support us financially, but you don't want to commit to a monthly subscription, I totally get that. You can Venmo or PayPal us. It's just at the Marinade. So many things are happening right now in my life, y'all. I've kind of taken a step back from my day job as a teacher, and I'm trying to give this creative work a go. We've had some wins. I'm just really proud of the stuff that we're doing. For example, I live here in Orlando, Florida, and the local alt weekly, Orlando Weekly, does a best of awards every year. And at the best of 2026, the open mic that I host, Be Original Open Mic, on the first Wednesday of every month at Barley and Vine Beer Garden here in Orlando's Milk District. We got third place, which is a big deal. There's a bunch of open mics around town and in the surrounding areas. So it means a lot to me that folks took the time to vote. If you did vote, thank you. I really appreciate it. And I want to keep stacking these wins, y'all. So make sure that you're spreading the word about the show. Stay tuned for my record. It's almost there, y'all. It's mixed, it's mastered, it's pretty much ready to go. We just have a couple of things with the artwork and a couple of choices I have to make in terms of distribution, and then it'll be out in the world. So I expect that'll happen. I had hoped to get it out by the end of August, but at least the first single. Looks like it's probably going to be next month before we get it done, but that's okay. I don't want to rush it. I'm really proud of what Chris Belcher and I have put together. Really grateful to Will Payne Harrison for mastering it, and I'm excited. I'm excited for folks to hear the record. So thank you. Above all, I'm just thankful that you listen and spread the word about the Marinade. Until next time, go out and create something. Cheers, y'all.